Let's take you straight to our top story. Prime Minister Narendra Modi arrived in Houston late Saturday night, beginning his week-long tour to the United States, in which he will hold several bilateral meetings and will also address the UN General Assembly. Now, one of the major highlights of this visit is the grand diaspora event Howdy Modi, which will take place later this evening. The Prime Minister is expected to share the stage with the President of the United States, Donald Trump. Over 50,000 people are expected to attend this function. Let's now show you the warm welcome that the Prime Minister received in Houston. These images, as you can see on the screen, is the Prime Minister in Houston meeting different communities, different Indian American communities. He landed late last night in Houston and he has received a warm welcome. Meanwhile, he also met with energy CEOs in a bid to strengthen India-US friendship. This meeting took place because India and US are looking to diversify cooperation in the energy sector. Meanwhile, let's listen in to some of the reactions that have come in on the Prime Minister's latest visit and the expectations from it.
Every year we hold our annual India Energy Forum in New Delhi, and that will be in 2 weeks. So it's very important that the Prime Minister came here, and it's a huge statement about the partnership between India and the United States in terms of energy. And Americans like to say that Houston is the energy capital of the world, and that he's come here means that we can really build this partnership and continue in his to achieve the end.
What did he tell exactly? What did he tell them to you then?
Well, I think the Prime Minister obviously has vision and general direction, but he's very interested in practical solutions.
A roundtable of our energy CEOs, along with the key leaders of India, including His Excellency Prime Minister Modi. He opened with some comments to us to lay out his vision for progress that he intends to make and where India goes. And I think all of us who participate in these sessions, see that vision as well and support that vision. We're very active in the India market with our own capabilities. We have 7,000 people in India, and he's really keen on the energy industry really moving forward.
Well, the Prime Minister was very kind. He listened to ideas from different people, and from our side, I'm from Air Products. We made some suggestions about using our technologies for coal gasification, which would reduce India's dependence on imported oil. We talked about the idea of hydrogen. We are the largest producer of hydrogen. And we talked about the idea of, with the recent regulations in India to limit the use of petroleum coke, how we can help to take that high sulfur coke and petroleum coke and gasify it to produce chemicals.
For the first time, American president will be sharing a dais with a foreign dignitary or foreign head of the country in front of such a large gathering. This is also one of the largest gathering of any politician being addressing a crowd, because generally in US these kind of gatherings are relatively small. Third thing is that this is also a recognition of Prime Minister Modi's global stature. And fourth, it is also recognition of very vibrant Indian diaspora present in US.
Texas is not only a very big economic hub for the United States and including a big hub for the U.S.-India economic partnership, it's also a center for the Indian American community, a large population center. So the fact that the Prime Minister is here, that he's going to do a roundtable with energy companies, talk about the U.S.-India energy trade, the fact that he is going to be addressing a gathering of 50,000 Indian Americans from around the country, and that the President of the United States is traveling to Texas to be part of all of that. It is an indication of how important the India relationship is.
This is the biggest endorsement of India by U.S. administration. President Trump agreeing to come here and be on the same stage with Modi, like I've now coined the phrase that it's a big slap on the face of Imran Khan, the Prime Minister of Pakistan. So, there was some question of whether whether the President has volunteered to negotiate in the Kashmir matter. That was just an off-the-cuff remark.